Hello and welcome to the fifth episode of 8. My name is Sanjay Chakrabarti. I'm the founder of Tagit. IT has been the crown jewel of India's economic growth. Pan India, you can see the effect of IT. There is, however, one city which relatively has lagged behind, or at least based on the perception. That's the city of joy, Kolkata. Today's guest is someone who is fighting extremely hard to change that perception. He runs a technology company, has over 750 people, has offices around the world in 7 countries. And the data I like the best about it is he earns 85% of his revenues from outside India. I'm absolutely delighted to have today with me my friend Abhishek Rumta. Welcome, Abhishek.
Thanks, Sanjay. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Abhishek runs INT, which is a very successful digital marketing, web hosting. We have worked with him when we started our venture, but we'll talk about that later. Abhishek, let me directly jump into the question. Tell
Sure.
me something about yourself. Who is Abhishek Rumta? And it's a one breath, as you know.
Sure. So, the way I define myself, I am a lifelong learner, entrepreneur, uh, adventurer, someone who loves to build ventures and loves to, collaborate and build new things.
Wonderful. And really, I also picked up that you're now angel investing in supporting other entrepreneurs, specifically out of West Bengal, and now, as I read, outside as well. That's really outstanding for you to do that, and hats off to you on that. Coming to my second question, tell us more about INT. I didn't want to go in and discuss it in too much detail because I really wanted to hear from you. Again, the only caveat is one breath.
Sure. So INT is a software product engineering company which build products for financial service organizations, pharmaceutical industry, and retail industry. And that is what we have been doing for last 23 years. Obviously, at one point, obviously we have reinvented ourselves several times, but as of today, we are extremely focused on these three industries.
Great. And I must add here to the viewers that when we started off, before we built our team in-house, we worked with Abhishek and his team at INT. And we had a wonderful experience, Abhishek, as I've already mentioned to you earlier, in giving us that strong platform for us to then really build an in-house team and run it. Also, what I really appreciated is the fact that you continue to be in touch and support us throughout, despite there was really no commercial arrangement on that, and that's something that I really appreciate.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thanks for having us as your partner.
It's been absolutely our pleasure. Abhishek, moving to the third question, any experience that you would like to share with people in terms of your learning in these 23 years, and starting in 1997 in the tech play, I guess you've seen everything from the bus to the highs, lows, everything. So, it's a long journey. Tell us something about it.
So these are interrelated learnings. So the most important one is that whatever is happening in the industry, you need to, as you build your business, you need to keep experimenting, because things around you, you never know what will work, because things are changing very rapidly around you. And also people who have been successful, they have been successful at a different time, in a different way of business and a different type of clients, right? So it is not a copy paste business, it's a business of experimentation. Especially a high tech, high growth business is a business of experimentation. So the whole game plan is that how many experiments you do, how will you execute, how will you shelve the failures and learn from that, and how do you scale the ones which are successful. I think this has been, if I can summarize, this has been the biggest learning of mine, over last these 2 decades of building business. And I continue to work on it, and it also gives you a lot of different insights. So for example, different businesses comes in different waves. So when you talk about, let's say, the internet business, it came in the first wave was 99 2000 wave. Now the second wave was 2008 wave, right? So every time there is a big disruption, the new disruptive technology takes the rises to the next level. So if you see, every time there has been a big disruption, the innovative technologies have jumped ahead, and they have kind of taken the the frontal role in taking the economy, in taking the society to the next level. And those are times when you have to kind of realign yourself, and or you have to be prepared for that change, so that you can make the most of those waves when they are coming. So if you are just trying to ride the wave once the wave has already come and has moved out, I think you won't make much out of it. But if you have prepared yourself to ride the wave early on, I think you can do great in that industry.
Got it, Abhishek. Abhishek, a related point. Do you have a specific team within your organization that's constantly looking at the future and planning the future? How do you really play the game early? At times, it comes across as sheer luck, right place, right time, while there are some companies who do it consistently. So, how is your organization really geared, as you said, as a rule, try to ride the wave early? How is your organized geared to do that?
So I think this is one of the strengths that I have developed by being in the game and reading things and understanding what's happening around me. So I can say that I am a decent observer, if not a good one, and I can see what's happening, and I can try to understand how the society will react to it to some extent. Again, you can never be good at it, you can never be best at it, right? But you can be decent at doing that, and that has worked with me. I have also tried to create the culture inside my team so that they also come up with ideas and observations. So we do a lot of observations across the organization, but most of the observations happen in our marketing team. And at the end of the day, we kind of sit, brainstorm, think about it, and try to form vague ideas in our minds right now. There is no fixed idea, and those vague ideas over a period of time it solidifies. Just like the rock solidifies over a period of time. It never gets created in a day. And once it solidifies, that this is a serious, real business to be worked upon, we invest into it. So in one way, we are a little conservative business. We don't just go ahead and throw money at a particular idea just because we think that it's an exciting idea. Because we are a bootstrapped company, 100% bootstrapped, and reinvested our own money again and again into the business. Right. So we are careful about the ideas we pick, and therefore we let some time pass to let it solidify. But generally, we are not very behind the market. So before that particular technology or that trend hits the market, in most of the cases, we have been able to stick to our timelines. Yes, we missed the analytics wave for sure, and we are not very happy about it. And we would like to kind of go back and make up for that.
Got it. And I've seen a lot of good things happening on the digital side at your end. So I guess to some extent you've balanced out that bit. Abhishek, getting to the next question, is there a specific habit of yours that has really helped you in your business that you would like to share?
I think I'm very resilient in as a person, So again, I think that has come from my initial early time that I've spent on mountains. I am an avid trekker, and I did a lot of treks in my school days and my college days. Unfortunately, I could not do much of it after I started my professional career. But I think it has left a lasting impression on me of being resilient, of being continually work towards the goal, but not really necessarily, decide if what happens when you reach the goal, right? Because when you go on a mountain, right, you actually enjoy the journey more than the destination. The destination Absolutely. Is the only right? When you reach the highest point of or the place where you are going, right? You are only there for 5-10 minutes to enjoy the view. But most of the journey is basically going up there and coming back from that place, right? So I think that has given me the biggest strength to stand up when things are not working right. And I start pushing myself that, I think you are here to enjoy the journey. Then why are you so, so particular about winning, right? It's okay. Right. You should always win, but it should not impact your psyche. It should not impact your thought process. It should not make you feel weak when you are not able to achieve something or get something the way you want it. Right? I think that has made me big as a person, and that keeps helping me. And yeah, I think that is, if I have to just choose one thing, that is, it would be that.
Excellent point. So Abhishek, INT 8 years from now, where do you see?
I think INT 8 years from now, the way I look at it, it would be one of the premier product engineering companies in the industry, and also a company which would be known for incubating and creating new digital companies. Because I feel that I'm here to the knowledge and capabilities that I have nurtured over a period of time, and the team that I have built, I think they have an ability to deliver lots of successful ventures. In fact, as a product engineering company, we have supported lots of startups and lots of scale-ups, as well as enterprises, to build and take new products to the market, which has generated value in billions of dollars for them. Right. So
Sure.
we feel that also do a little bit of that for ourselves over a period of time, not necessarily by getting into pure venture business, but yes, a venture building business with like-minded entrepreneurs.
Excellent point. Thank you, Abhishek, for your candid answers. Greatly appreciate. And you'll have more information about INT at the end of the video. Thank you so much, Abhishek. As always, it's been a pleasure interacting with you.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. It's always a pleasure.